All right. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good morning.
Not fantastic. I'm glad to have you. All right, I am subbing today for Christian.
Okay.
And he has something. So I'm in town. So I'm gonna be doing the calls today. It's gonna be amazing. All right. So let's get started, man. So let's talk about theory chords and voicing now. Where are you still feeling that you are weak in your theory, chords, and voicing understanding?
Well, to tell you the truth, excuse me, I'm dealing with a cold right now, but
Oh no. Well,
bad
feel
cold.
better.
But uh, I, I guess if you quiz me, then you'll find out.
Fair enough. All right. So let's see. Um, F is the nine of what key?
Okay. Without looking, right?
Correct.
So F is the nine of E flat.
Amen. You could improve a lot better. I remember you couldn't do that before, but you're doing good. That's good. All right. Now, have you gone into more of the tensions, doing this drill with the tensions as well?
I haven't started the tensions with him yet. Basically,
Good.
um, but if you watch some of the previous ones, he would ask me what is the minor flat, the minor seven, flat 5/7, um,
Okay.
or flat minor seven, flat five, or diminished. So I
All
haven't
right.
like had a lesson to learn the tensions and how they work,
Okay.
have that
So, are you
understanding.
building chords now, basically?
When you say building chords,
Like
you mean
when he asks you those chords, right? Is it more like he wants you to give him the numbers in that chord? Like what?
yeah, basically. So
Okay.
he'll say what is the minor seven flat five of like D flat,
And what is that?
minor seven flat five. So he told me the best way to do it, like say if I say if I do my D flat scale, which is D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, C, and then D flat. So a minor seven flat five would be I flat the third, I flat the five, and I flat the seven.
That's correct.
So one would be a D flat. My flat three would be a E.
Good. Good.
My flat five would be a G,
Right.
and my minor seven flat five would be. I said D flat, so it'd be D flat C. There'd be a whole set from D flat C. So it'd be
Whole step down from D flat is.
D C B.
There we go. Good. What I'm specifically proud of you for, Adrian, is that I remember you just say stuff like you would just randomly call to say stuff randomly before actually thinking it all the way through. And I'm seeing that now you're actually thinking it through, making sure your answer is logically right, and then you're saying it.
Yeah, because I want to. I know I will get to the tensions and understand because I'm still very eager to see how all of this fits in with progressions and the changes that
Oh
I'm
yeah,
looking.
man. Oh, it's gonna be amazing, and I'll show you how because you knowing how all these chords are built. Guess what happens? No matter what note you play, whatever note you play, each of those notes could be the one of this chord or the nine of this chord or the flat seven of this chord, right? So let's say you had a melody like Mary had a little lamb, right? Like Mary had, right? Well, let's say, excuse me, you want to make this note in the melody, you want to make it sound cool. And so, what if this note here was the nine of something, right? Or maybe the flat seven of something. Let's say this was the flat seven, right? Minor seven flat five, right? Now I'm in C. The minor seven flat five for C is usually on the B, right? But I said I wanted to use the this type of chord on this note. So if this is minor seven flat five, what if this was the flat seven of the minor seven flat? Remember the one, flat three, flat five, and seven. Watch this. Man, see. So now I have that chord I'm using, but it's in a different key. Why? Because I know if this is the flat seven of that chord I want to use, then that means that the key of that chord has to be the G flat or the F sharp. See? If this is the flat seven of a minor seven flat five, then the one is obviously this. Right? You see that?
No, I got a little lost. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. So watch this. So let's say, so remember you said minor seven flat five, right? Go ahead.
So
You
when
got
you say a minor seven flat five, what key are you in right now?
what's what I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to show you how it applies. I say I'm playing a song in the key of C, right?
Yes.
But let's say as a certain chord I want to use as a minor seven flat five, right? Now I know in C what the melody is for my song. Mary had a little lamb, right?
Yes.
The first note is an E.
Yes.
Now remember in the chorus when we talk about the MCR formula?
Melody.
Melodies first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the melody can dictate what chords you play. That's what the C is, remember? So this melody note is an E, but this E can have many different functions in different chords. This can be obviously the three of C, one, two, three, right?
Yes.
But it can also be the four of B, one, two, three, four, right?
Got it.
It could also be the seven of F, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, right?
Gotcha.
It could also be the six in G, one, two, three, four, five, six, right?
Gotcha.
So now you see how many different keys are available to me because I know what this particular note could be in many keys, right?
Gotcha.
Right. So guess what? Let's say I'm playing in C, right? And I want
Yes.
to switch it up now. I want to switch it up. I'm tired of playing in C. What if I looked at this E note of the melody as the seven of F or the oh watch this. What if I used it as the flat seven, like I said before? If E is the flat seven, is the flat seven of what key? This F sharp. You know, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, flat seven,
Okay.
right? So now I can do a little switcheroo and play a chord from another key now because I know, hey, if E is the flat seven, it has to be the flat seven of a dominant chord of some sort or a minor seven, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see, I see you're getting it a little bit.
Yeah.
So you see it, right? So now if E is a flat seven of like a minor seven or something, what flat seven, what minor seven would it be a flat seven of? You know how to build it. A minor seven chord has what? A
Oh,
five, the three, flat three, and the one. If it's the flat seven, you know that's the one. So what if I have the minor seven? Good, we have that. Now, what if I said minor seven flat five? Ooh, look, all I have to do is take the move it down this way on that
okay.
E melody.
Gotcha.
So now watch what happens. I'm doing Mary Had a Little Lamb. I know on that E, whenever that E is played in Mary Had a Little Lamb, I can substitute that chord for what I just played.
Okay.
So I could do Mary had a See, I substituted it because the E's on top. So that's how you switch a song up. That's how you make a song sound cool. So
Okay.
Mary had a little lamb. See, you substitute. Now, what if on that little lamb, I didn't just hold that chord. I didn't do that, right? What if I
Mm-hmm.
said, well, what if I want E to be the flat seven for this first? And let's say I wanted E to be another type of number, right? So what if E was the let's say 11, right? Or right? The 11. So rule of 7 obviously says, the minus 7, 11 is really the 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what is E the 4 of? One, 2, 3, 4, right? Is the 4 of B, right? So I know I'm really playing the 4 when it's the 11. Now the 11, if the E is the 11, there's only certain chords that have an 11. And you'll learn this eventually, but I'm just showing you the main concept of how you can substitute, right? So if I said, Mary had a little lamb. So maybe on the second, the little, I'll make E now a different number. Instead,
Gotcha.
I'll make it the 11 now. So if it's the 11, I go to my worksheet that I'll be giving y'all to look at. So if E is the 11, I'm going to look and see what chords have an 11. Not a sharp 11, a regular 11. Look at this. Oops. Minor 7 chord has a regular 11 on it. So I know that's the type of one of the types of chords I can play because
Okay.
this shows me what each of those numbers match up with chord wise. So I know if E is the 11, I have a few options. I can play the minor 7 chord. I could play this dominant chord here. I could play minor 7 flat 5 chord, but we already did that, so I don't want to do that again, right? Remember the first one did a minor 7 flat 5. I could play
Yeah. Just before you continue, this is what I really I haven't really went over this in fully, so I don't really understand it. But I
sure.
was he told me to look at it, and I was looking at it. With that third line, I don't understand all those different options.
Right, and we'll get to that. It's basically, when you count the major scale 1 to 8,
Mm-hmm.
just keep going, like double it and go to 15.
Okay.
That's basically it. And like it's like Sarah and C, right? Yeah, 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But then you have what? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
Gotcha.
15. But we're not gonna use 8 because it's the same as the 1. So we don't not gonna use 10 because it's the same as the 3. We're not gonna use 12 because it's the same as the 5. And we're not gonna use 14 because it's the same as the 7.
Gotcha.
So we take those out. Doop. What does it leave us? What's in the middle? So all that's left is 9, 11, and 13. And the way these bottom notes here can be flatted or sharped or whatever, these can be flatted and sharp too. So you can flat your 3, right?
Yes.
You can flat your 9 too. See? You can flat a 9 if you wanted to. You can sharp a 9 if you wanted to. See? They think for 13, you can flat the 13 if you want to. Now you can't sharper 13 because it'll end up just making the chord a dominant chord, right? But you can do sharp 9. Sorry, you flat 9, 9 and sharp 9. You could do 11 and sharp 11. You can't do a flat 11. Why? Because it ends up being the third. A flat 11, it'll be too complicated to call it all that.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how tensions basically work. It's like you're doubling the numbers Instead of 1 through 8, you go to 1 to 15, but we don't use 8, 10, 12, 14, and 15 because they're really just the 1, 3, 5, and 7.
Okay.
Yeah. So now back to what we were doing before. Let's say I wanted E on Little Lamb, right? Mary had a little lamb, right? Now, what if I said the second time on the second one, I wanted it to be an 11. 11 of what? Well, you just saw one of the options you could play an 11 on
B.
is B, minor 7. So what if I did this? Let me B minor 7. So B minor 7, add, I'm adding some stuff, right? So now, what if I did it in a song? Mary had a little regular, right? Little, watch this. Mary had a little. See, I'm using now. What if I have one more? Lamb, lamb. So I did little. What if I wanted E to be let's say I wanted E to be this was already let's say I want E to be the 5. What's E the 5? E is the 5. So we could do um 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 5 of A, right?
Of A. Yes.
Right. So what if I did the third one, little lance on A? I could do a lot of stuff. What has a 5 in it? A major, a minor, dominant has the E. It has a 5. So I could do a lot of options. Let's say for this one, I'm gonna pick dominant. Okay, but I'm also gonna add another note, like another tension that could work on a dominant. Don't worry with that now, but it sounds good.
But you're still talking about that E. So even if you
Yes.
choose A, you
Yes.
still staying with that. You're
Yes.
not going up.
So the melody is what allows me to do that.
Okay.
Like, sure, as long as you're matching your chords up with whatever that melody note is,
Okay.
do whatever you want, because you know what that melody note can be in. So if I do Mary regular lamb, right? Little lamb, right? Little, Mary had a little. See, those are the 3 chords we picked. Little lamb. See, that's how you switch it up.
And that E also always stay on top. You're saying.
Yes, that's what you're basing all of these options based on the fact that the melody of the song, Mary had a little lamb, the melody is what you're making sure all the chords match with.
Oh, okay.
See? So what if we did the E, right? Little lamb. What if we did another melody note? So Mary had let's do the had the D, right? So we already have our cool moves. We already have our little lamb, right? So what about right before it? Mary had and figure out something for the Mary had that note. So this is a D, right? This is the melody note of that part. Mary had
So D is the 4 of A. So that's how I have
No,
to look
no,
at it,
no.
right?
Well, I didn't pick one. I didn't pick a number for it yet. So if let's say Mary had I already picked E as the flat 7. I picked E as the 11. I picked E as the 5. So what for the D? Mary had let's maybe make this D. What if the D was the 7? Like a regular 7. If D was the 7, what key would be the seven of? It would be if D's the seven. What key would it be seven of?
It would be E flat.
Right. So if this is a major seven, guess what? I can put a major seven. It'll match. Now watch this. Now I have to fit it into the song. So Mary had see the D. Now we can put it in. See? So Mary had little. See? Because I saw D as the seven, I can do that. Saw E as the flat seven, E as the 11. Remember, these are all the melody notes. The melody's giving this to us. That's why it's so important to not care about the chords of a song when you're trying to be creative, but what the melody is so you can. No, do you see it now?
Yeah, I'm starting to see. So basically, you basing it on the melody, and from that melody note, you see if that melody note is either is it the seventh of a chord, the third of a chord, or
It could be any number.
it can be any number.
It could be
Okay.
any number. If I said, hey, what if I wanted to do Mary had I wanted the D to be the one. So I'll do Mary had I did sorry, Mary had I could do that. Or what if I wanted D to be the flat nine of something? So Mary had right? And you have what if I want D to be the nine? Mary had D is the nine now. What if I wanted D to be the flat three? Mary had see?
Wow.
What if I want D to be the third? Mary had see? B flat major. D's the third. See? What if I wanted D to be a four or the 11? Mary had see?
Wow.
What if I wanted D to be the sharp 11? Mary had see D sharp 11.
Wow.
See, so you see, it could be any number. You just have to know based on what number it is, what chords legally on that little worksheet. That's what the tensions are for. That's the tension show you what's legal and what you can do. So you know now, D could be anything. D could be the five. Mary had D could be the flat six, right? Or flat 13. Mary had see?
So the left hand is on that worksheet. The left hand is on the left is the left hand. On the right is the right hand. Right.
No. It just shows you what the chord is made of. So
Okay.
I'm showing you what the chord, like how Christian, we're having you do. Hey, how's a minor seven built? One flat three five flat seven. Hey, how's a minor seven flat five built? One flat three, flat five, and flat seven. The reason why we're doing that is because when you have all these options, you know how the chord's built. So you'll know how it's built in any key. It doesn't matter because you know the numbers. You'll be able to see. Well, if D is the seven of something, it's the E flat major because the seven isn't. So guess what? It has to be. You know how to build a major seven chord. 3 5 7. You know how to do it, so you can pick it up like that quickly. That
Gotcha.
that's how it all ties together. Does it make sense? You're starting to see it now.
Yeah. I guess I just need to keep. I have to work on it.
Of course, and that's what that's exactly right. But you at least you see it now how it's coming together. It made sense how I said it a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So these melody notes, then the MCR formula, the M part, that is the main crux, the anchor. Okay, that's the anchor of everything. And when you're able to know that well, you can assign any number to it you want. If you feel like being creative, you can assign any number you want.
can I ask a question? Well, I'm not sure. I don't want to go away from your teaching, but if nobody else got something, I just have. I was trying to go over a song, learning the melody of uh, "Where Would I Be If It Wasn't for Your Grace"
Hmm.
by You ever heard that Noel?
Yeah, I vaguely remember it, but yeah. So what's the question?
So I was trying to figure out the correct bass notes for that song and the right hand voicing.
Well, that's more air training, which is next at 12. Um,
Okay.
we'll cover that more air training. But I want to make sure that Frida is this Frida? Looks like the same.
Yes, this is my daughter's iPad.
Oh, bless.
Yes.
Okay, amazing. All
I
right. Hey,
just had
go ahead.
uh I noticed I should have came in on the early part of this lesson, but I want to know if you can take and make that D a flat three. I want to see the chord that you formed from that.
Well, if it's a flat three, it can be a few options. It could only be a B. It could be a B diminished. It could be a minor major seven, right? It could be a whole bunch of stuff. That flat three, it, puts a lot of things there.
Okay.
What's up? You sound like you're breathing out hard, like, oh
And
no.
I know it's like I was trying to see the options, but okay, I just have to practice with that a little bit more.
No, don't wait. You didn't you did you not see the options I just did?
Yeah, I did see you were going quite fast.
Oh, I'll slow down. No worries. So this is the minor, right?
Wait a minute, what key
Well,
are we in G natural?
well, don't look at it like that. Remember, you asked me, hey, what if D was the flat three, right?
Right,
If D was the flat three, what key it's in kind of doesn't matter. It matters what D is the flat three of. So what is D the flat three of? Let her answer it, Adrian. I was supposed to call you your daughter's name. Sorry, not Melissa. Frida, what is D the flat three of? What note?
it would be B natural.
Right. So now B is what we care about.
Okay,
Period. Now it depends. It could once it hits with the melody, it's fine. If D is the melody and you say you assign flat three to it, then it's the flat three of B. Now B what? That's up to you knowing how chords are built, right?
right.
What chords have a flat three in it?
You can take it could be G, B,
No,
D.
no, incorrect. What type of chords, not what key? You're in the key of B as it is already. You know that D is the flat three of B. You have assigned D as the flat three, correct?
Right,
Which
right,
means that it's the flat three of B, right?
right, right.
Changing from B at any point?
No.
Exactly. So G and all that other stuff should not be named.
Okay.
Now
All
talking
right.
about the chord quality, meaning the type of B chord that we
Okay.
play because D is now the flat three. So, what type of B chord can we play? What options do we have to play in the key of B that has D as the flat three? What chords have D as the flat three? What quality?
You have the minor seventh.
Right? So I'm gonna play that. Right?
Hmm.
What else?
You also have the minor seventh fifth flat five chord.
Perfect. Here we go.
And you also have, 7 chord.
Right?
and diminished major seventh chord,
Right.
and minor major seventh chord.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me make sure. I'm trying to see if I'm doing this in order. I hear a song, I learn it. Naturally, what I do is I try to find out what key it's in. Maybe that's not so important to find that first. Instinctively, that's what I do first.
Right. And that's fine to find the key, the general key. That's fine.
Okay.
First, that's fine. But after that, that melody is what counts.
Okay.
The new lesson I uploaded on how to learn a song,
No, I haven't.
that is actually gold. And
Okay. I
I,
love gold. Yeah.
man, I love that too. Watch this. I was watching James Hall earlier. But watch this. In the course here. Oh. And we're gonna cover in phase 3 how to learn any song on ear by ear on piano fast.
Okay.
And listen, we're gonna talk about today, how do you learn songs by ear?
Is that phase 3?
That's phase 3. Yeah.
I didn't get to that yet.
Yo, it's fine to do it in order. Trust me, do it in order.
Yeah, I go and I go back and
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha. I got you.
Yeah. So remember, Frida, you don't want to confuse yourself. Like, okay, what is it? G? Like when you assign a number to any of these notes here, that interval relationship locks it in already. If I said D was the 5, what does that mean? What key? What key is the?
It could be a major seven.
No, not the type of chord. If D is the 5, you're going out of order. If D is the 5, what's it the 5 of?
Five of.
What key is the note D the 5 of?
Oh, G.
Good. So now, what chords have a 1 and a 5 in
It'll be a G. I mean, a major seventh chord.
it? Right? That could be one. What else has a 1 and a 5 in it?
Minor seventh chord.
Correct.
Dominant seventh chord. Dominant seventh suspended chord. And minor major seventh chord.
There you go.
Okay. Okay.
And augmented major 7. There's a lot of stuff there, right?
Yeah.
So that is how you do that. That's how we do that.
Okay.
So that's what's gonna help lock it in for you.
Got it.
You got it though. You're picking the chords out right. You're accurate and all of that. That's good.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Any other question around theory, chords, and voicing?
Good morning, everybody.
Hey, what's up?
I have a question, but it's going to be a little annoying because it's so basic, but it's just one little things like this is really tripping me up. And so I hate to ask it, but I have to. So when you were showing the gentleman how to build that really broke it down so simply. But there
Yep.
was one thing when you use that E melody note for Mary Had a Little Lamb,
Yep.
and you figured out what chord it was. This is so silly, but why was there an F sharp there? How do you know that's the F sharp?
What was E
The first E melody note, and you said that it's this chord,
flat 7?
and I think, yeah,
What number
why
did I
was it?
assign to it?
Huh?
What number did I assign to E?
Oh shoot. It was, I can't remember, but it was the first one you showed
I
him.
think it was flat 7.
Okay.
So,
And the first note was F sharp. Why?
well, if E is flat 7 in a key, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Then what's the normal 7?
I'm thinking it's FACE.
Well, I wouldn't. No, y'all are trying to do too much at a time. Simple question. If E, by definition, logic here, logic. Like, yeah, let's strip everything.
Okay.
Let's talk logical. To flat something
Okay.
is to go down what? A half step, right?
Half step.
Well,
Yep.
if E is the flatted 7th, what's the normal 7th?
Oh, okay. So we're going down to C sharp.
Yeah, I didn't say no. You're just running off. You're just talking. I need you to
Okay.
think first.
Okay.
If E is the flat 7, that means that we got to E by going down a half step, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
what note did we go down from to make E the flat 7?
F.
Here we go. If F is the 7, isn't the 1 usually a half step away?
Oh.
And
Oh,
that's how we
okay.
got to the F sharp.
Wow. Okay.
It's very simple. But
Oh, okay.
y'all are like putting a lot of stuff. Y'all are really making it hard for yourself. And you don't have to. You
Thank
don't
you.
have to. It's
Okay.
literal the number system. If this is the flat 7,
Mm-hmm.
logically the normal 7 is F.
Okay.
Now you know the major scale. Usually what
Yep.
comes after the 7 is the 1, a half step, right? Which is
That's
why
right.
I tell y'all to know the major scale very well, not just the notes, but the distances between the notes. I know it's a half step between the 7 and the 1 of any key. I know that. That's why it's so important. So now when I say E is the flat 7, I already know it's F sharp,
Okay.
key that I'm in. So it sounds like you need to really study more your interval relationships and the major scale and see how it works together.
Okay.
Because
I will
if
do
you
that.
don't do that, then you can't. You'll have like those little moments right there.
Okay.
Okay.
Definitely. All right. Thank you so much.
Oh, amazing. All right, that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So, any other
Yes, it
questions?
does. Yeah, I had a question about. Oh, I cut across someone. They can
Oh,
go.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Um, I think you should go next.
No, he had the whole first 30 minutes. You're fine.
Okay. um, this, I don't know if this is appropriate for this class, but what I'm getting confused. Well, I'm having a problem with technique. Now that's something I have to work on. But you know how you get that rhythm. Now you broke all that down to me before extensively, and
Yep.
so I understand that. As far as executing it, I never been taught, believe it or not, that staccato and when to do that staccato to get that type of, that kind of effect. And so, how would I work on that, getting that sound?
The staccato sound and what, like the bass line? Like, what are you trying to
The
accomplish?
whole thing, like when you emphasize something in a gospel song to make it pop, right? How do you rehearse the technique wise, that sort of thing?
It comes from your first things first. I would mimic is like the rhythm and the bass.
Okay.
That's what I would do first, and just play your chords. Like say if I'm playing, give me, I don't know what song.
Are you speaking like devotional songs?
Some
Yeah, all that.
it could be any song. Like
Yep.
let's say it was that's a good. Let's say it was Glory, Glory, Hallelujah, right?
Okay.
What I would do first is just play the chord, and then I'll make the bass as cool as I could. So we have, and you would copy bass or listen to it from somewhere. So glory, glory. That's the normal one, right?
Mhm.
let's see now. How can we make that bum 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 bum? How can we make that sound more rhythmic? So glory, at the or to do approach it,
Mm-hmm.
or and we're playing very even on the time. Just 1 and 2 and 3 and just simple division of the rhythm. Or
Okay.
now I'm doing bum bum bum. What if I did cool?
Yep.
What if I want to do something else? I'm doing boom 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 straight ahead. But what if I want to add a little more? You see, that's what the drums be doing. So when you
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
yeah, so now you have to okay, boom pa ta uh uh uh. That's a rhythm. So now I'll add that. Adding that.
All right.
Now doing them all
Okay.
like that all the time is too much.
Yep. Hmm.
And you pick which ones work best, and it usually works on the downbeats.
And so when you said didn't, when you did didn't, I got the octaves, but what's that note that you play before the octave?
Fifth,
How do you know what pick the fifth? Oh,
the fifth is the safest.
oh, see, I didn't know. I was
can you
like,
do that slowly?
Yeah, 5 of E flat, 5 of F, 5 of A flat. But you want to make it lighter. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Since I glory, glory, hallelujah. Since I laid my right? Just
that's it.
and
Yeah.
then what if I wanted to walk? Octaves. Goes back.
Hmm.
Can you get more exercises like that on your site, like breaking
Yeah,
that
that's
stuff down
awesome.
little by little?
I love it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah,
I'll make a rhythm course.
that's excellent, man. That's so awesome
Yeah.
because I was getting like thrown off by that. Like, how do I get that sound? So that was perfect.
Sure.
Same here. I agree with her. That's what I'm looking
Oh,
for.
thank you. Cool, cool.
Because also in making those changes to the 4 chord and going back
Right.
to the 1 chord.
Right. Was a dog screaming? Oh, anyway. All right. Oh, cool. Well, is there any other question you had? I know Adrian, you had one before, I think.
Yeah, I was when you was going over Mary Had a Little Lamb, um, you didn't do the whole song, but finding out the other parts of Mary Had a Little Lamb, like we said, Mary had a little lamb, little two lamb, Mary had a little two. You're like, what other notes within that melody
That
that you could figure out the rest of that? I was
oh
just
All of them. You can do all of them. You know the melody to it, right?
Yeah.
So just do the same process. You can literally say, "What do I want to assign to C or G or whatever?"
So each note that the melody land on,
You could do the same thing I did for the first two. Yes.
so I can make it whatever a D minor. I don't have it in my head yet, but
Right. You assign the number to it first before. Then when you assign a number to the note, then you can do the chord. Number, then chord.
okay.
Number, then chord. Don't think chord. Don't like stop.
Number then chord.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't start thinking, oh, what G flat? No. Like, you're because what it's effectively you're just throwing something against the wall, seeing what sticks, because you have no reference point. The melody is the foundation. It is the reference point. It is the thing you can trust. Any confusion you have comes back to you not fully understanding the melody, which means you don't have a firm foundation, so then you get confused. If you know the melody is Mary had the C, and I said, hey, I want C to be the 3. Guess what's going to happen? 3 of what? It could be the 3 of a lot of things. No, sorry. It could only be a 3 of one key, which is A flat. Now, what chords have a 1 and a 3 in it? Major 7, dominant 7, a whole bunch of stuff. Augmented major 7, right? So I'm going to pick a regular major 7. So if I do Mary had, done. Now, Adrian, I know you're probably writing the chords down itself, which is an old habit. Are you writing the chords down right now?
No, I was writing down. You said what keys have a 3 in? Because first you find the you sound a number to it. Then you
Yes.
figure out what key has the 1 and 3. That's the next step.
Yes, and that
Always.
specific yes, and that specific lesson is when you want to apply it to your voicings is in phase 3,
Oh,
applying chord voicings to songs. All right? Now, right now you're just doing the mental part of making the association. That's fine because you have that worksheet. The worksheet, there's 2 worksheets. There's the how to build chords that shows you how chords are built. One, all the numbers in there, right? These are how all the chords are built, and C is the example, of course, but it goes for any key. These are the numbers that build up all the chords, right?
yes.
And then we have the additional notes that we talked about here. This is different. Tensions only happen on certain chords. That's why all those other chords aren't listed from the other page. Tensions only happen when there's a 7th in a chord, right? Some of those chords on the other page did not have 7s in them, but tensions only happen on chords that have a 7th, whether it's a regular 7th or flatted 7th. All these chords, as you can see, have 7ths in them, which is why tensions can exist. If a chord doesn't have a 7th, there's no tensions. Like they don't come on, right? So now you have an understanding of what C can be the 3rd of, or C could be the 5th of, or the flat 9 of, or whatever, because you know how all the chords are built. If C is a flat 9, you're gonna say, okay, flat 9 of what key? Well, what's the flat 9? Is really the what's the real 9? If C is the flat 9, that means we flatted it from another note. So what note did we flat to make C the flat 9? It would have to be C sharp. We flatted C sharp to get to C. So C sharp's the 9. 9 of what? Well, 9 minus 7 is 2. So we're the 2. C sharp is the 2 of B. So C is the flat 9 of B. Or the minor 2nd, minor 2, right? Same thing. So now, well, what chords on the list have a 1 and a flat 9, right? Interval. There you go, you find them. Well, let's see what chords have a flat 9. So you go to the worksheet, you go over there, tensions. 9, nope. 9, nope. Oop, dominant has a flat 9. That works. 9, nope, that doesn't work. Ooh, diminished 7 chord has a flat 9. That works. 9, that's a regular 9, doesn't work. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Oh, flat 9, augmented major 7 has it. It work. So these are 3 options now that I can use with the flat 9. So what if I did B dominant? See? Flat 9. What if I did the B diminished? That works. Right? What if I did the augmented major 7 there? It isn't. I'm breaking the software because my chords are too advanced for it. It all works. Oh, I missed one. That's what it was. Right? So these are all options. So you can do that process, Adrian, and all with any note. Just assign the number. When you figure out what the number is, you find out what note and it matches up with. If I say C is the 4, C is the 4 of what key? The G. So I know I'm working with G. And what, in this case, I wouldn't say 4, but it'll be 11, right? C is 11. What chords can I really put? What has an 11? Minor 7 does. You know, what else? Maybe a dominant somewhat. A little bit T11. You know, like there's a lot of things there. Not many options for 11. So that's how that works. That makes sense?
Yeah, I have to review this. It's kind of a lot to take in. So
Fair enough. That's okay. But you have the basics down. See, what's overwhelming you is that I'm doing stuff you want to do with this simple knowledge. So because I'm like doing the hard stuff, you think it's hard. It's not hard. The only thing you're missing right now is not knowing how to voice the chords the way you want to. But the knowledge itself is very logical and deductive. It's very logical and deductive. If I say C is the 13. Let's take the 13. C is 13. Now, 13 minus 7 is what? The 6, right? So I know that C is the 6 of E flat, which means C is the 13 of E flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. See? Now, what chords, based on this relationship, this is the 13th, what chords have 13 in it? So I go to my tensions thing. Oh, major 7 has a 13 in it. Minor 7 has a 13 in it. Let's just stick with these, the first one. So major 7. So if major 7 has a 13 in it, I know how a major 7 is built, right? How's a major 7 built? Tell me.
1, flat 3.
Oh, major
high.
7, major 7.
Oh, 1, 3, 5, and major 7.
Good. So 1,
3, 5
here, 3 here. There we go. Maybe I could add some other notes that work with the major 7 too. See? It makes a big chord. Nice big. So why? Because I figured out that I assigned a number to C.
Okay.
You just figured it out. So just keep doing that. Assign a number and then go through the worksheets and feel, okay, if C is this or any other note, whatever is this number, when what is that the number of? What key? And then you figure that out and you have the 2 points of reference. Well, if this is the this, that's the 1. So what chords have this in it? Okay?
So if I look at C, C is actually the 3 of A flat.
Yep.
C is also the 13 of E flat.
Right.
C is also the fifth of G.
C is the what?
No, C is
The fifth of what?
sorry, I did
That's
I said
fine.
it of F.
There we go. Yes. So if I said
So
C was the fifth of F, watch this. Mary had. It's because the fifth could be an F minor. It could be an F major. Mary had. See?
hmm,
See? So you have this. It's like these are the two outer breads of the sandwich. And then we could like mess with the ingredients in the middle because we know what the top bread and the bottom bread is.
hmm,
It's like this one's mayo, this one got mustard, and this one, like you can switch them up on the innards, but the outer is what's your brackets. They're like the boundaries. So
gotcha,
this is like a fail safe. If you know what this is and you know what that is, what are the possibilities? It's literally process of elimination. If I know C is the five, it's the five of F. Which is this? What does this leave out? It leaves out diminished chords because diminished don't have a one and a five in it, right? It only has a one and what? Flat five. It's difference. It doesn't have a one and five in it. See? So it's a process of elimination. It leaves out augmented chords because augmented is 1 3 sharp five. This is a normal five. Process of elimination. You see? So it's
gotcha,
very logical. It's not like I'm pulling stuff from space. It's literally like if this fact is this, then that literally means this fact is that,
gotcha.
which then means this is the facts. Like it's like there's no specialness to it other than thinking. Like I told you guys when you first came in here, mindset, right? Changing how you think. Now you have a process to follow that's bulletproof. What I just showed you guys here will never change. It'll never change. And this is what you bank your confidence on. You bank your confidence on understanding these facts.
Hmm.
And then you can go create all of the stuff you want to musically because you're rooted in facts, not theories. This is absolute facts. Okay?
Okay,
Amazing.
great. That was very helpful. Very helpful.
Well, I'm glad.
I will be rewinding this a couple of times.
Well, that's good. That's very good.
And I'm glad that Adrian's there because his questions helped me.
And that's what these are designed for. Everyone has different questions. They help each other.
Yeah.
All right. So the next call, which starts in a minute, is the ear training call. So we're gonna hop off this, and we'll come back on the ear training call. Okay.
Thank you.
Amazing.